didn't want to do this today, but stock airbox is going back on. Yep, hands-on video. Just went to Pep Boys, my least favorite place in the world. Oh yeah, here later.
Just start by loosening it up. With these hose clamps here. Get the tube off. Just simple hose clamps, snap-on kind. You just put these together and this comes off. Just like that. Just slip that. Slip. There's a little latch in the bottom. You pull that, and this one slides off too. There we go. That comes out. Pretty sure it's this one. Oh fuck! Like I said, don't damage the MAF sensor. Slides it very carefully. All right. And just rest this somewhere on the plastic side. Actually, I feel like I'm missing a couple screws here, which might not be good. So we'll see how that goes. Here's the deal. I misplaced a couple items here, and that's not gonna work either. All right, so that works. We found a random bolt in the washer, and we just threaded it in, and it fits. Perfect. Might not look the best, but hey, it's a stock airbox. Look, I give a shit. Improvisation works well in car repairs. Let's fit a nice brand new Purelator in there. All right. Stock airbox is on. All nice and tight down there. Got a cold air induction from the factory. Make sure there's no junk in there before we put it back on. Alright. Now on this one, it all depends where your MAF is located. What's easier to put in first if you want to do first or last. And this one, it's going to be a little easier to put in first the way it looks. Put two kind of in there. All right, so our last step here, we got to retune, because the tune I had before was without the insert on the airraid, which affects the mass airflow sensor readings. So we need to retune. It's always the worst part when you're like, yeah, come on, I hope it starts. Let's hope it starts. Oh boy. Blow my motor. It's Bama's fault. Seems to be alright. Let's go for a ride. Let's not forget these either. I'm definitely going to be as unbiased as I can about how I feel. Well, let's see. Kind of feels the same, I don't know. So yesterday I was just driving around with the airraid on. So we switched tunes, we've gone back to the regular MPT tune. We got off the airraid with no insert tune. And so we just put the stock airbox back on, retuned it. And now we're driving, and we're gonna try and see if I can get some road here, get full throttle, and see if there's any differences. But I can feel anyways, because we're on a dyno, so it's not gonna be exact here. We're not getting scientific on it. We're just going by the butt dyno feel, you know, the butt dyno. Light throttle, it felt pretty good. So here's the thing, I don't really see a difference right now. We really need to get this thing opened up though here. So we're trying to find a spot where I can do this safely. Alright, it was a second gear start. And that feels good. It doesn't, I can't say it feels better. but it feels good. It doesn't feel like I lost any power. We'll put it this way, okay? It doesn't feel like this car has gotten any slower from doing that. You know, if we're talking 5 horsepower, yeah, you're probably not going to notice it, okay? But still, the whole point of this intake video I made, or cold air intake, is really worth it. The whole point of it was to try and justify the horsepower gains versus how much you're paying. Some of these cold air intakes are almost $350. You know, think about your dollar to horsepower ratio there. $350 for 5 horsepower. You can get a set of ported intakes for $300 and get 20 wheel horsepower. I mean, you justify what's really beneficial, you know. But whether there's a horsepower loss or gain here right now, I still can't tell. It still kind of feels the same to me. I need to do a first gear. But there's all this damn cars out. There's all these fucking cars. Man, there's so much traffic over here. What the fuck is up with this? Well, as soon as this guy turns, I should be good to hit it here. So this should be decent. Oh, fuck. Okay. All right, that felt better. That felt better than it did 2 hours ago when I was driving, or yesterday when I was driving. The trans shifted a little sooner than I'd like it to, actually, and I don't, because I can't adjust the 1-2 shift pressure, so it's nothing that I did to alter that. It just seemed like it shifted short. We got some tracks up here. Let's try and do one more if we can. Yeah, that feels good. That feels healthy. I like that. Not much different than with the air intake before. I'm feeling, if I do feel any difference, and again, I'm not saying this because I made a video about cold air intakes. I'm showing you right now. I'm in my car driving it. It feels a little bit, the butt dyno says there's a little bit more power in the 4 to 6 range, right around there. Maybe about 5,000 RPMs. I'm feeling a little bit more of a pull. I can say maybe the throttle response went down a little bit. So honestly, maybe there is a little bit less throttle response because it does seem to be lagging a little bit more. But when you actually hit that wide open throttle, you do get a little bit more of a surge. Well, I feel like you get a little bit more of a surge almost than what it was before. I almost have to do another couple pulls to really feel a difference if I can here, because this is so hard to tell. It does feel smoother though, so I don't know if it's a difference in the tune, but it definitely feels a little smoother, I guess you could say. Got one more way I can test this. So get on. All right, we're gonna do a punch here from 30. Oh, okay. All right. It's faster than high RPM. Yeah, I mean, it's not by much at all. It's almost like I barely noticed it, but I mean, this isn't the first time I've floored my car. You guys watch the videos, I floor my car all the time. That felt better. After 5,000 RPMs, that felt so much better. So we're gonna go ahead and do one more pull. I'm gonna try and get it from a stop if I can, and see if we see a difference. But so far, we've drawn our conclusions, and I'm going to stick with it. So let's do one more if we can. All right, okay, so now in low range, maybe the tune's adjusting a little bit. I'm not supposed to floor it as soon as you do a tune, but I'm only doing this for, it's going to get flashed back after I get back, but I'm not supposed to tune your car and then go floor it like that. That's not the right way to do it, but again, I'm only doing it just because we're just doing a test here. That's the only reason why. All right, so let's try and get one more pull out of this here if we can. Let's try and do, we can't stop because people come. Let's do a 10. Yeah, we can stop. Let's stop. Ready? Whoa! Okay, all right. So it broke the wheels loose. started spinning. Did not do that the last 3 or 4 times I punched it with the AIRAID on. So that is impressive. I hate to say this, and this is unbiased because I'm doing this as a test. This is why we're doing this. It feels stronger on the stock Airbox. And this goes with what I said before I even did this, that when I put on the cold air intake, the AirRaid, with a different tune, I dropped, my quarter-mile time dropped. You guys have talked to me about this or commented on the prior video for cold air intakes that I did. You know, even in that video and in the comments, I mentioned that I went from, you know, I lost a tenth in 1 mile per hour. Now, is it because of the tune? Is the tune not adjusted properly for not having the insert on the cold air intake? I don't know. Is it the cold air intake itself? That's very likely. But the tune is possible too. However, MPT tunes a lot of 5.0s. Not so much for the Mustang, a lot for the F-150. So their 5.0 knowledge is still there. It's not like these guys don't know what they're doing. They're actually phenomenal at tuning the 5.0. I've been extremely happy with my MPT tune. No complaints whatsoever. So I'm not going to put it on the tune in this case. If it was somebody's kind of can tune or something like that, maybe, you know, we can kind of consider that. But in this case here, we're going to say this is probably more so the part change than the tune. But that felt great. That felt great. So you can probably see it too. I'm sure you felt that when not even sitting in my car. That felt great. We need to get out of here now somehow. I really hope I can catch this traffic. Come on, come on, come on. All right, let's go. Whoa, all right. All right, I think we're done here. I think we're done here. Case closed. I'm signing out. Lights are on. And this thing we gotta do now is put the air filter box on. Make sure we're sealed. We are sealed. And done. Stock air box is back on.